For a long time, I've walked in the darkness. There's many times I thought my heart would stop, but it kept on beating. Every time I reached the stumbling block, I never thought I would ever make it to the other side. There's many times I sat there and struggled, being homeless, had no food. There's many times where I sat there and I could have sworn that this was my last day. There's many times I knew that I couldn't be in front of people to show my emotions. So I had to come to a place like this. And this is the only place you can let out your tears, the only place you can cry, the only place you can express yourself. Now, that place where you make up your face, you bite your lip, you feel tears roll down your face, and you wonder why is life always like this? You wake up in a life where your own people never liked you. They sold you out. They never cared for you, they never loved you, they never appreciated you, they never accepted you, never cared for you. Your own people always beat you down. They always victimized you, and you wondered, why did your own people do that to you? When you grow up in the world and realize that everyone in society don't like you because of your race or whatever it may be, or you just face all these type of things that you shouldn't really be facing. But every time I walk down the road, I never had no father in my life because my father never cared. He never cared for his own children. Back then I had to go to the kebab shop, play Marvel's Capcom X vs Street Fighter. Marvel's Capcom was in Blackstock Road in Mustafa's shop, right? However, in Lewis Fishbar I had X vs Street Fighter. Had to play that after school from Stoke Newton. Me and my friend Solo used to go there and play that all the time. Why? Sometimes when you used to sit there and think about what was you going back home to, you won't go back home to nothing. Pure misery, pure stress, pure torture, domestic violence. In school, right? Getting harassed, right? You're in distress, you're alarmed, right? You're going for pressure, you're going for misery, right? But all the people in school never cared. They just kept bullying on you, kept attacking you. Those are the times I remembered I was always crying in life, always praying for somebody to come out there and come save me. But there's many times where no one could come save me, and the only one who could come save me was me saving myself. I had to be strong. Not once I ever touched no alcohol, not once I ever touched no drugs or no substance. But I did this all on my own. Even to this right now, I ain't got no woman, I ain't got no kids. I'm just out here in this world, just roaming. Where am I? I'm just outside, right? I'm just out here, just roaming around. Why? Because in the end of the day, it was thanks to my bike. If it weren't my bike, I'd probably say I would have been dead like probably 20 years ago, 6 foot deep in a coffin. But my bike carried me for these years. But you know what? God, tell Norco Havoc on the other side, right? I'm very grateful for carrying me after all these years, right? From that day, March 2nd, 2010, all the way up, right, to 2022, right? February actually, right? Up to February 2022, February, right? Almost 12 years. 12 is a number that represents full cycle experience. She carried me all the way. The time I was living in Harlow, right? All them times there. Those times being up in Nottingham, all them times. She carried me all that way. But one day people turned and said to me, I think it's about time you put that bike down. She needs to rest now. But I never wanted to put her down. And she carried me so far, even though the bike was broken and the frame snapped, and that could have put me in the hospital or could have had me killed, right? It carried me even through that way, until one day my spirit said to me, listen, you listen to me, put her down now. She needs to rest now. My spirit was so strong and it warned me. It said, listen, you ain't riding that no more. It's done. But when I realised that my bike was done, I couldn't believe it. We've been together for almost 12 years. To know that I had to let you go. When I sit here right now, it's been 2 years since the Norco's been gone. How could it be that time just went so fast? It was just the other day we were together. All those times when I would miss my train and I was going back into the country of Essex, riding on the river, that bike carried me through thick and thin. Anytime there was danger, right, that bike carried me through everything, right? Right now, I've got the Specialised Rock Up of Sport that's continuing on from where she left off, innit, right? So in the end of the day, I know what life is about, and I've been through tough things, but sometimes it's how it is, innit? Back then, I never had the money to buy nice clothes. Back then, I never had the clothes to have nice shoes. I was sent to school in girls' clothes, right? I was sent to school with poor man's shoes. I was wearing Ascots, I was wearing Adors. I never had money to pay for Nikes and Adidas and Reeboks and those things there, right? But then again, sometimes it's the way it was. Back then, my dad never gave a damn. So school was the only place I could eat my full meal. But those times back then, I will never forget when the teacher said you want to come up for seconds. I went up for seconds. The time the teacher said you want to go up for third. Deep in my heart, I felt ashamed. But you know what? But I knew I wasn't eating at home. But sometimes it was just the way it is, right? So I grew up in that life where I was poor. I grew up that life, right? While I was beat up. I was being through all these type of mash up, horrible relationships and certain things in life what you never wanted to go through. But you know what? Sometimes this is the way it is. And you've got to keep continuing on. They say the strongest to survive and the weak shall perish. It's the one that makes it to the very end is the strongest. You got to keep going. There are many times I just want to roll over and start ball. There are many times I want to sit up, right, and just look at my life and be like, shit, how am I going to make the next step? But no matter what came at me, I just had to keep stepping. But at the end of the day, in the place that I live in, and one thing I come to learn, right, I learned one thing the hard way, right? Man, I had to navigate through life with no woman, no kids, no family of my own. People look down on you. Why would I sleep with him? Why would I let him like come between my legs, right? And make him, allow him to make me pregnant. I ain't letting him between my legs, no way. People didn't want me to be there. People never want me to have nothing. People just look down on you. How much times I walked through society and people just gave me that dirty look, screw up the face. Why? Because I wasn't a part of what they agreed with. But you know what? Sometimes life could be like that. But you know one thing that troubles me the most? If your imagination don't become reality, if your fantasy remains a dream and can never ever become a reality, that's a bad thing. If everything you dream about remains a dream, that's no good, because you want that to become a reality. That's why if your model of the world don't match your reality, that's an error. That's a no. That's bad. When I sit down and think about life very carefully, right? I'm the only one that ain't got no kids. Everyone I know is good. They've got a house, they're married, they've got kids, right? They've got everything going for them. They're nice. Do you know what it feels like? To walk back home through your door as a solo single man with nothing. Just to sit there and be like, I ain't got nothing. To sit there and know that there ain't no girl in your phone book you can call that you can meet up. There ain't hardly no man you can pick up the phone, you can call, you can meet up. You're just on your own. Every time you wake up, the pressure gets heavier. It gets intense. It gets more condensed. It gets more toxic. You get to a point, can you even barely even breathe underneath the pressure? Sometimes you want to give way underneath the pressure. You just want to snap. You just want to break. You just want to shout. You want to scream. You want to transform. But what do? You sit here living this life, just suffering, just going through misery, pure torture. The moment ago, it was sunny. It was bright. Look at it now. The sun's going away. And once again, I'm back in the darkness. Just outside. I'm just out here, outside. I'm just walking. Before I realise it's dark. All the people that I know are waking out the beds. Having their bath. Ready to roam streets at night saying, I'm out here. I'm just outside. I'm out here. I'm outside. These people are going to be roaming till like 4 or 5 in the morning. And they said they get in bed at 6, 7 a.m. in the morning. I used to do that when I was younger. I don't do that no more. How many times when I was younger, I used to sleep through the whole day? When I was when I was a youth, younger, I remember that when I was a teenager, early 20s, I'll be sleeping for the whole day, and I'll always be out in the night like a vampire, like a Dracula, rude boy. And what was I doing out there? Chilling with mandem doing the same thing. How much people do I know I was chilling with back then? We're just outside, we're outside. How much times I was with my friends, solo, and them times will come where we're just like, yeah, we're just out here, we're outside, we're out here, we're outside. Like 5, 6 in the morning, do daylight starting to show up, and we gotta scramble off the streets like rats, like, because you wanna get seen by the people that wake up going to work like 6 in the morning to see you stand on road. Because the last thing you want, right, you being outside or being on road, is people seeing you out there at 6 a.m. in the morning. It don't look good, so you have to scramble. You have to get off before the light exposes you, innit? Right? Before the lights expose the rats on the streets. So you have to go home. Then we go sleep. And when the time we wake up, okay, it's time to get dark now. Now we come out the door. He was out here. How much time did you live that life when I was younger? We can't be living that no more. I stopped doing that years and years ago. Years ago I stopped doing that. Right? Back then, but I never ever did that in my 30s. Those are things that happened in my 20s. In my 20s. And in teens to 20s. But 30s and upwards, I never did them things there. But you know what? Sometimes life is like that. Life is rough, life is difficult. But we gotta find a way to win the battle. We gotta win. 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 We have to 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 win. The nature and cycling back at you again. Another video. Another video. The box is over there, rude boy. Box over there, rude boy. Subscribe button in the down bottom in the center. Subscribe to your boy. Subscribe to your boy. Subscribe to your boy, rude boy. Alright.